Welcome back, everybody, to High Flyer Radio number 33. As we are here once again for another week as we talk about the weekend wrestling. As always, is the nerd you're gonna hear to host the show with my co-host, the other half of the Outsiders.
What's going
Aiden.
on, man? What's going on? For a second, I had vertigo. I was like, "What's going on?" I keep hearing this, like the intro to the show multiple times. It's because I have the tabs open on the side, and I
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
mute the volume. I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, the intro got really loud and really convoluted all of a sudden. I was like, "I don't know if I like this," but
When
but
trying
it,
to help
it's just
yourself
me.
out and give yourself a view hurts.
Yeah, we're trying to give yourself a view hurts. But
What
what's
up,
going on, man?
Kylie? Kind of a big week. LOL. I
What's
wonder
going on,
what they
Kylie?
will talk about. Maybe this guy from Chicago. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
this guy from Chicago, right?
and
Um.
we got a lot to talk about today, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I sent in the side of our StreamYard. I don't know if you got the chance to see it or not. About because
Mm-hmm.
we're trying to get back into doing this weekly now because wrestling is like starting to get back to that point where it was in like the '90s where it was like the hottest thing in the world. I
Yep.
don't know if this will ever be the hottest thing in the world again, but I think it will be like super hot going forward. But uh, do we want to start talking about Raw?
Yeah, you want to go?
Or
So
actually, I have something that I wanted to say at the top of the show that I forgot to make a note about that I wanted to talk about.
yeah.
Um, we didn't get the chance to talk about it too much, and I didn't even get the chance to watch the videos because I want to watch the whole thing. But NWA Empower yesterday was yesterday, and
Yep.
Awesome Kong uh, has finally retired from wrestling, which
Yeah.
is a big news.
So I forgot that yesterday I've been dealing with some stuff here. So I want you to actually talk about Raw while I go clear up some issues that are going on right now, bro. All
Yeah,
right?
go for that. Go for that.
Go. Yeah. Yeah. All
We'll get
right,
his
y'all.
thoughts on Awesome Kong in a sec, but uh, Raw, man. Let me pull up my notes for Raw. So weekly from this show on this show moving forward, we're gonna try to do Monday Night Raw, NXT, and then Dynamite, and then SmackDown, and then Rampage. That's what we're gonna try to do. And I'm the only one who's watching Raw because I'm the only one with the honor to watch Raw, I guess. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw. So we spend the first 8 minutes of this Raw recapping SummerSlam just to have MVP and Bobby Lashley start the show and spend another 5 minutes talking about SummerSlam, telling us everything in the recap package that we just saw for the first 8 minutes of the show. Which, boy, way to get 15, 20 minutes into your show by repeating information twice. Don't you just love it? Um, but Damian Priest interrupts, who's now our new U.S. champion, with what happened at SummerSlam. Challenges Bobby Lashley by calling him a coward. They get into a fight, but as soon as the match starts to get interesting, Sheamus attacks Priest from behind, and we get Drew McIntyre who follows after Sheamus. All hell breaks loose, and that's pretty much that segment. Um, I think for a while I just stopped taking notes after this because I was like, my brain cannot comprehend what's going on in the show. All I wrote down was that people hate Logan Paul, which is true because there's this really weird segment that they decided to do, which had John Morrison come out, who's kind of super over right now with everything that they're doing with him and the Miz. He brings out Logan Paul, and with the environment that WWE has, where everything has to stick so true to its script and what they have determined for the outcome before they walk out there, they don't have the freedom that an AEW has on their promos. The crowd hates Logan Paul. The entire crowd is just booing Logan Paul. He's supposed to be getting cheered right now. The entire crowd just fucking hates this guy. Dude cracks under the pressure. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Then the Miz comes out and tries to save it. They try to switch the narrative, but the crowd is cheering for the Miz when they're supposed to be booing for the Miz because the Miz comes out and the Miz is better than Logan Paul. So obviously the crowd is now going to cheer for the Miz, but they're trying to do a heel turn for the Miz right now. But no one cares because everyone recognizes that the Miz is better than Logan Paul. So in fact, this heel turn for the Miz does not turn into a heel turn because the crowd loves him the whole time, and it sucks. Then I also wrote Elias died. I don't really need. I don't know. I don't know how much I can get into that. But Elias is dead. Uh, I also wrote that. I don't know if I'm gonna write if I'm gonna say what I wrote, but I did. I wrote some pretty interesting notes to myself about what I would do to myself if I heard this Cardi B song play again. Uh,
Ah,
and then I finished everything out with my raw notes by saying Charlotte says she doesn't need a family, which I took as a big dig at from WWE at Ric Flair and Andrade for both basically deflecting and presumably going to AEW. I mean, Andrade is in AEW. Ric Flair is rumored to be showing up in AEW, so that's Monday Night Raw. I don't remember anything about it, to be honest. It was probably like one of the better Raws that we've had in a couple weeks, but just not good. Oh, also Karrion Kross showed up in like the worst red BDSM suit you'll ever
He-Man looking.
yeah, like this weird He-Man where he had like this horrible squash match with Ricochet, but his whole costume that they had decided to put him in now for Monday Night Raw fell apart the whole time that he was in this match with Ricochet.
Please,
It's overall a bad move.
for the love of God, fucking release Ricochet and let him go to AEW to have some matches with Sammy and
Man.
all these.
Or New
That
Japan,
man,
something.
that man is way too talented to just be what's it called? To just go ahead and be what's it called?
Just job
Delegated to
squash.
jobbing. It sucks, man.
It's really unfortunate. Raw has a serious problem in general. The quality of the show is just on like it's at the end, dude. Like I don't know what they can do to save this show other than actually sit down and try to write it. Um, it's pretty ridiculous at this point, and USA is not happy with them for now having Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar, which we'll get into later, showing up on I'm not on SummerSlam, on SmackDown. The show just doesn't have anything going for it, to be honest. And if it wasn't for the show, I wouldn't watch it. But yeah. That's Raw.
That's Raw. I what's it called? I didn't watch Raw. I watched highlights. I made a very 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 wise choice weeks ago that I just was not gonna watch Raw. First of all, Raw's too long. Raw's too fucking long.
Yeah, it's an hour too long.
I'm able to catch up on the stuff that we can catch up on when we get to watch it in Discord. So like Dynamite, Rampage, SmackDown, I can do that. I can't sit down for 3 hours for Raw. I can't. It's too long, bro.
Yeah, it's just not fun to watch, dude. And it sucks because it's like you've got all these amazing talents, but no one's being utilized properly. What is it?
Kylie says Cross looks like a BDSM version of Fast and Furious Vin Diesel.
Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much his new gimmick moving forward. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough of Raw. I mean, after
I like
that,
RK Bro. I like that they ended with RK Bro, and
yeah, I mean, RK. That's one thing I would say. RK Bro is like super over. The fans love it. I love that Matt Riddle's starting to like get like less dumbed down because I feel like for a while they just like really leaned into the fact that they were like, he's a stoner and he's stupid, and I was like, it was just not that funny. But I mean, RK Bro is pretty cool.
I like I like RK Bro, but I'm not gonna lie. Part of me was really hoping that it was gonna be Mansoor and Mustafa Ali who were gonna become tag champs. Because like they were building them up for a bit, and I was like, "Oh, this would be really awesome. I really like this." And nope, it was RK Bro. And I'm like, "It's fine. RK Bro is over as shit, bro. I like him, and it's cool." But yeah, Raw's Raw, y'all. I don't want to. I don't like watching Raw. It's just it's too much, bro. It's too much. There's nothing in return like I think that SmackDown gives me that Raw's gonna give me. And I do like what Kylie had said in the chat that they were like she said that she only watches Raw for the highlights of Goldberg beating down on
Bobby Lashley.
On Bobby Lashley. No, Bobby Lashley beating down on Goldberg's son.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only thing that you need to watch the show for. Which by the way,
Yeah.
Goldberg this week talking about how he doesn't know if his son wants to get into wrestling or not, but if he does, then he would love to see him carry on the Goldberg name. Jesus. Uh,
Ah, every day we stray further from God's light.
every day we stray further from what Miro intends for the world.
Yep, what Mira intends for the world. He's the champion. That's why his wife loves him.
Yeah. If anyone should be like Goldberg, I feel like it should be like Miro or Jade Carhill from AEW, who's just like looks like a monster. I would like it if they booked
Yeah.
her like a women's Goldberg, and she just like runs through the women's division, and it's just like this unstoppable monster. Like that would be really cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Look, Kylie brings up a good. I love her business, man.
Yeah,
I
I did like the Hurt Business stuff.
the four successful black men that looked absolutely swagged out
Hmm.
and they had gold around their waist. I loved it, bro. And what did WWE say? Oh no, guess what's it called? We can't do that. We got to split them up and only have MVP with Bobby. Like the hell, man! It's you're doing the same thing
Yeah,
on SmackDown with Roman and the Usos. It's like why can't you do that with the Hurt Business? And it was
yeah.
dumb, man.
I
Yeah.
don't know what their direction is moving forward at all, dude. I really don't know what they're doing. The Dewdrop stuff with Eva Marie and Alexa Bliss, like I don't care.
Poor Alexa,
Uh,
bro. Just stop, y'all. Just stop,
yeah.
man.
Which, by the way, we didn't bring it up, but it looks like they're setting her up for a title shot at Charlotte because they had a really weird promo segment with Charlotte that went on too long, and then Alexa Bliss just comes out and says hi and then leaves. It's kind
That'd be
of
really
dumb.
funny if just had Extreme Rules, Alexa wins, and it's like Charlotte last two reigns have not actually been able to properly
Properly
be
defend.
spread out.
Or yeah, be spread out. Yeah, someone I don't remember. I was listening to a podcast earlier this week, but someone like averaged how long each one of Charlotte's reigns are, and it's like 49 days is the average length of how long each
Jesus,
one of her
bro.
titles are. I was like, damn, dude, it's not really, it's not really how you build stars, guys.
No.
Like
It's
we talk
just
about it all the time. AEW puts a prestige on their titles that I really appreciate.
yeah. All right,
Anyways,
man.
that's enough, dude. NXT.
Awesome. Awesome Kong
Yeah,
retired. Um so yeah, this sucks, man. Of course, we don't ever like to hear about retirement. It's a rough thing. It's like it's sadly something that has to happen when their time is over, or they just like okay, it's time. So I can't continue doing this anymore, and I have to retire. Um, Awesome Kong has given so much to this business, bro. It's not even it's hard to even delegate it to like an hour of a show that we have here. Awesome Kong has given a lot to this business.
yeah.
Um, her time in
I would have loved to
WWE,
seen her go out with like a really, really, really big bang, like a really
yeah,
nice final like big title run with like what they were trying to do with her in AEW, but it just didn't work.
didn't work, bro, and
It just was not a
that's
good gimmick that they tried to put on her
yeah.
with that
Um,
stable.
I'm glad that she ended her career with Kim though. Like
Uh-huh.
Kim and her just they've been to hell and back, bro. They've
Yeah, I
had
was
some
gonna say they had
battles.
a really big rivalry between the two of them, and for her to end it with both of them in the ring having a hug was a pretty
Yep.
good moment.
Just let just let Bobby beat up kids. I'll watch everybody's kids.
Bobby
But
Lashley's an entertaining dude, man. I remember I went to that Raw in Dallas like 2 years ago where him and Braun Strowman crashed through the Titantron.
yeah,
That Raw was pretty dope, man. Bobby Lashley's an entertaining guy.
I love Bobby. And yeah, man, I'm glad that it's on her terms. She's ready to just move on, and it sucks that we couldn't watch NWA Empower because
Yeah, I
if I
didn't
would
even
have
know that. I
known,
didn't
like,
even know that was this weekend. I thought it was like next
yeah,
weekend
I
or
really
something.
wanted to watch Diana Purazzo. I really wanted
Yeah,
to watch that match. Of course she won.
maybe we'll find some time and we'll check it out. We'll probably not like be able to talk about it on the show, but we'll probably
Yeah,
just check it out
yeah. I had
just
no
for our
idea
sake.
though. Like that's the thing. Like we had no idea that it was going
Yeah,
on. But yeah. Congrats to Awesome Kong, and you know, I always just think about what was going on in AEW, and I'm like, I hate that that's what her last
yeah,
run in AEW was, and it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, like
No
that could
one
have done
liked that
better.
storyline at all, dude. I don't
Yeah.
get it. Oops, sorry, my computer's getting unplugged.
No, you're good.
NXT. Listen,
Kylie
man.
says,
What's up?
let me read what Kylie says here.
Yeah, I need
I'd
to plug
rather
in my
her,
computer anyways.
yeah, I'd rather her retire healthy and happy than do a Goldberg and we see his kid die.
Yeah,
Oh
we see his
man,
kid die and get beaten to
yeah,
death by Bobby Lashley.
yep, yeah. No, I'm just happy. I'm happy that she's ended it on her terms. That this is for her health and her happiness, and she's ready to move on. And just that the AEW stuff sucks because what's it called? You knew that there was a reason, like
Yeah, that
Awesome
they
Kong was
wanted
going
to
to be a
use
big
her.
draw for them. Awesome Kong was going to be a big draw for them. I was happy to see Awesome Kong in AEW, and I was really hyped to know that like they were going to do something with her, and then just it all
The
just kind of fell.
creative just didn't come through for that one, man.
Yeah.
And it happens, dude. Like that's as much as people love AEW, we gotta talk about when they don't do things good. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
couple things that they just are not doing good right now. They could improve. But it's like it's a 2-year-old company, so we're not as hard on them because they're learning.
Yeah.
Um
Now
and
NXT.
NXT,
Yes, sir. Of course, our episodes are on Sundays at 10:30 a.m., my friends. So we didn't actually get to talk about Takeover last week because we hadn't watched Takeover
right.
yet. Yeah, but Aiden and I sat down. We watched all of Takeover. Aiden watched all of Takeover. I didn't watch the Karrion Cross match and Samoa Joe match. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I'm happy Joe won. He deserves it. That's called. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit down and watch that match. I know how that match is gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cross. Look, man. Cross when he gets to be when he can really do it in the ring, man, and they let him go at it. Like Cross can do great, bro.
Yeah.
But like I recently felt that like Cross is kind of just there now.
Yeah, I mean it's because they have him jobbing to like Matt Hardy or not Matt Hardy to Jeff
Jeff.
Hardy and like all these other dudes on Raw for like weeks after weeks while he's the NXT champion, and it's like done nothing but like tarnish that championship. So
Yeah.
I'm like happy that they gave it to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's definitely just like a in between champion, like a transitional
Transitional.
champion,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't know who the next guy is. It'll probably be Pete Dune, but
Pete
I
Dunne would be great,
honestly,
bro.
Takeover like was pretty good this year. I think it was a really good takeover. That Walter Dragunov match was the highlight for sure. Like that's probably my match of the year so far, dude. Like
Yeah.
they killed each other,
Yeah.
absolutely killed each other in that match, man.
I really liked Takeover, man. I loved the Raquel and Dakota Kai match. I loved the Walter and Dragunov match. I what's it called? I liked the what's it called? Fuck, I can't remember. It's To the Moon.
Oh yeah, Cameron
Grimes.
Grimes and
Cameron
LA
Grimes and LA
Knight
Knight
for the
match. That was
$1 million
good.
championship. That was a good
Yeah,
match.
and the Cole and O'Reilly match was pretty good until
Uh,
that to the end.
to
The
the
finish was
finish.
kind of weird. I was like, okay, so that's how we're
And
gonna
again,
do it.
I've talked about it. I think that those like those types of matches with the pinfall sometimes are really liberal, and I don't think that the first two like pinfalls were worth. I don't think that they didn't make sense to me.
Cross is basically relic from old TNA. Cross because what's it called because became monster of the week who loses. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kylie hates the new NXT look. I hate it too.
I think we should just
Yeah,
get into that because I don't think NXT this week was really anything to
yeah.
note.
I love Takeover though. What's called and if I could say anything else about Takeover, it would be that it was just absolutely incredible, hard hitting matches. Walter and Dragunov is my favorite match of the year so far,
Yeah,
and not gonna lie, probably top 10 of the year for
yeah,
me. From
yeah,
top 10 of all time.
yeah.
It's
That was a great match, a great match.
storytelling and everything, bro. Just absolutely beautiful match. It was
Yeah. My favorite part
fucking
about that
hard.
match is the finish when like he makes Walter tap out, which is something that like a dude who's like held the belt for like 3 years, not expecting that at all. Plus the
Mhm.
selling of like, oh my, like I did it. What do you mean? Like I actually won. And then she gives him the belt, and he's just like standing there, and like it's super emotional. It's a great moment.
Yeah.
It's a great match. Definitely recommend that match. But we're moving on to this
Yeah.
NXT rebrand,
Let me pull it
which
up
looks
on
a
the
lot
screen.
like a white paint version of AEW. I feel like
So I have a couple of things I don't like about this. I don't like that this is like just hanging down here like that. Just from a design standpoint, I don't like this, and I don't mind this, but like this just doesn't feel right to me design wise. And also, just like why are we rebranding this? Like I I I believe you can still make this look like the third brand with being the brand that it is right now. What's wrong with them? What is up with them wanting to rebrand this?
dude, I first of all, I don't mind this new logo or whatever it is, or this new rebrand. I just think that it sucks that it's like there was nothing wrong with the black and gold NXT.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing wrong with that. And what Triple H and Shawn Michaels have done with that. It's just like we talked about yesterday, where WWE, when AEW decided to put Dynamite on Wednesday at that time slot, and then they thought that they were going to be real cheeky and just decided to take NXT off the streaming service and put it on cable against it, and then they lost the Wednesday Night Wars. That's what happened. That's why
Mhm.
they're on Tuesdays now, and they paid for it. And now WWE, we've got these interviews with Nick Khan where he's talked about they're no longer getting into indie wrestlers. They're going to be building their own wrestlers from scratch with people that they think have the look that WWE is looking for, which for all intents and
Also,
purposes, it doesn't, it's everything that NXT is not, is what they're trying to turn NXT into. And I'm not really looking forward to it once these tape shows run out.
just this idea that Nick Khan is being told that like, oh, this idea that AEW is not actually this competition is not real. Like,
Yeah.
like we're still going to be on top whether they go on top or not. I'm like, yes and no. WWE, unless AEW hits like a major like money spot and they get sponsors left and right and they work on the level that like that WWE does, can top them. But this idea that they're not competition is kind of stupid because you're losing talent left and right to this company. It's not like they're going to Impact because they're not.
Yeah.
They're going to AEW.
I
And
mean, they're not going to Impact unless you're Braun Strowman or Buddy Matthews.
I don't know why they go to Impact, bro.
I don't know why they're
Uh,
going to Impact.
the president Khan wants NXT to be all grown talents. He's going to destroy NXT the same way WCW did to the power plant. Yep, did
Yeah.
with power plant. Yeah, I. It's just to me. I've expressed this to Aiden yesterday. Feels so shitty to me, man. Can I just take that away from Triple H and like that's Triple H's baby, bro. Like that's his
I mean,
baby. He
they
grew
say
that.
he's still involved. I don't believe it, but
I don't know, bro, because
I
like
don't
that
believe
just
it.
it just doesn't feel like it. Like that logo that this whole change doesn't feel like it, bro. But like we don't know what's it called. We're just guys who are on the internet podcasting about wrestling. What do we fucking know? We don't work with scoops. But
We don't do
if
scoops, man.
if that were the case though, like it feels so shitty to me, man, because this is like something that he built. This is his baby, bro. Half of the roster you have right now in the main roster is possible because of Triple H bringing them up through NXT and training the shit out of them
And
and
they're
making them
ruining them
stars.
on main roster, dude.
Then he's moving them,
They're
yeah, ruining them.
absolutely ruining these people on the main roster, man. Which I mean, we've got a certain notable NXT star who won't be at NXT anymore. So
When does the obstacle courses come back? Oh man, nobody ever talks about early NXT, bro. Yeah, early NXT was not.
weird.
Yeah, it's best to leave that in the past where it belongs, bro.
Um,
What's it called? Kill the past. What's it called?
Kill the
Bury it if you have
past, let
to.
it die, bury it if you have to.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got
Okay.
AEW Dynamite now, which I did take better notes on because this was
Yeah.
a better show. This was, I do want to say though, this is probably the worst Dynamite that they've ever done. Like for sure, this is the worst Dynamite that they've ever done, which I think sucks because it's like you ended last week on the highest note in your company's history. You brought in CM Punk. You brought CM Punk back to professional wrestling. You beat SmackDown in the key demos, not overall ratings, but you beat them in the key demos. You've got WWE nervous. They're bringing back Brock Lesnar. They're rushing Becky Lynch's return back. They're doing all these crazy things, trying to keep their names in the mix as well. And it's like you led off with the Milwaukee crowd with Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy, which I thought was a good match, but it's not the match that I would have started on. I would have started with I would have fast tracked this tag team tournament a week in advance, and I would have had that Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express match that we had on this week's Rampage at the beginning of this show.
Yeah.
Or we could have had Varsity Blondes and Lucha Bros open the show with like a really nice, hot, fast tag match, kind of like the second episode of Dynamite that we got, where it was Private Party and the Young Bucks. That was a great match back then. But Dynamite starts off. What do you think about Orange Cassidy and Matt Hardy? Because I know we got to watch this together.
Oh, I like that match. I liked it, bro. I don't know how I feel about the big money Matt gimmick. I think it's kind of annoying to me. I'm like, but I kind of agree with what we talked about. It's like I feel like they had like plans for him. Pandemic happens, and then it's like, oh well, we really can't do it now.
Yeah.
I gotta just bring up the crowd. This has got to be one of the weirdest crowds in pro wrestling. First of all, a lot of them looked fucking bored, bro. Like lot of them looked like they just didn't want to be there. And then there's just like a really vocal part of the crowd that's like towards the back.
Yeah.
And then, just the regular people who are in the front who are like, like, okay, it's kind of happening.
Yeah, it's like everyone who's like in the front of the crowd that's like closest to the microphones is like really not that invested in like what's going on. And then you got everyone in the back who's like trying to get the crowd going. And it sucks because it's like we have to watch this Milwaukee crowd all week. They're on Dark Elevation, we've got them on Dynamite, and they're on Rampage, which also, to the crowd's credit, the fact that they had to sit through all those shows at one time, it does wear you out, you know what I mean? So if that's why they were quiet, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
But
I mean, it wasn't the best show that they put on for them.
No, it was. I want to say though, we love Eddie Kingston here. Eddie Kingston's awesome. I fucking love him. Why did this crowd pop as hard as they did for fucking Eddie Kingston?
Eddie Kingston in Milwaukee, I think, is as over as Roman Reigns right now. Period. Like this crowd was hot for Eddie Kingston, dude. Anything Eddie King. Let's just get to that 6-man, bro. Eddie Kingston was the hottest dude in this tag match between Jon Moxley and Darby Allen and Sting, all being there at the same time, and this crowd was hot for Eddie Kingston, bro. I don't get it, man. I think it's funny though. I think it's funny.
God, dude. So there like this Dynamite was not like as
it was
good as before. I of course love the CM Punk. What's it called? The promo with CM Punk and him saying that Daniel is probably, you guys are gonna have to be a little bit more patient about Daniel.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Danielson
okay.
Coming into AEW, which rumors. Let's do it. Let's do it on this show now. Do you think Bryan Danielson will be at All Out this upcoming Sunday, which we will have a live watch along for?
I'm done doing bets, so this ain't no bet, okay?
This ain't a bet because we know how those go. But I want to see. Do you think Bryan Danielson will be at All Out this Sunday?
No. I think Adam Cole's going to be at All Out.
You think it'll be Adam Cole?
I think Adam Cole, or I will shit my pants if it's fucking Bray. But
I don't think it's Bray because I think his non-compete is still active.
Yeah.
Because I think he had a longer one because they're like, this dude's a moneymaker, which is ridiculous why you let him go in the first place. I don't get it. But did you see at a SummerSlam this weekend, in one of the matches, someone in the front row had a giant Bray Wyatt Fiend sign?
Yeah.
And they cut away from it as soon as the dude put it up. And apparently WWE sent people out and they confiscated the sign from the dude. And he was fucking pissed. He was like, this is ridiculous. Like, and I get it. Like, I think I think that's ridiculous. The fact that WWE can tell you that if you wear an AEW shirt to a WWE show, they will make you go home and change, or you have to buy a new shirt and put it over, or you have to cover it up. You can't wear any other promotional merch to a WWE show. You can't wear a sign. I get it if they bring a sign that's got bad language on it and it's like, hey, we don't do that here. This is a PG show. But it's like,
Yeah.
the dude was a WWE star. You still got people in the crowd who wear the Fiend mask. You got all these people who want Bray Wyatt. You had those "We Want Wyatt" chants weeks ago. They fucked up, man, really bad. But anyways, yes, I do think Bryan Danielson will be at All Out this upcoming Sunday, and I do think that I will be getting another free T-shirt.
T-shirt. If Adam Cole leaves, he will debut in NY. Calling it now.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
Alright.
I think that original Grand Slam AEW anniversary show or whatever it's supposed to be that they're doing in New York in a couple weeks from now, I think that was the original plan to bring in Bryan Danielson. I think now I think you're right. I think we bring in Adam Cole there. I don't think because I think if you bring in Adam Cole on All Out, and you do Bryan Danielson, you have to do one or the other. I don't think you should do both.
I think we can agree though that Ruby Soho will be debuting at All Out.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Ruby's
I'm with
coming.
you.
Ruby's
Ruby's
coming.
coming to AEW, and I think AEW is going to be bringing in that women's tag division soon, man.
Yeah.
I really hope we'll talk about Liv later, but I really hope that her contract gets dropped and she can go to AEW and join a women's tag team with Ruby, man.
You know damn well.
The Riot Squad, those get the
Mhm.
Riot Squad to be the first women's tag champs for AEW.
You know damn well that right now, if Ruby is really headed to AEW, she's texting. What's it called?
She's texting Liv, man.
Yeah, she's texting Liv about it. You know, about coming over. Like it's got to be a part of.
And I always
conversation.
forget. I'm so sorry. Who was the other one who was in the group for a while? Who was also really awesome. And I'm so sorry that I've forgotten.
Wasn't that Nikki Cross?
It wasn't Nikki Cross. It was somebody else who kind of had like a similar kind of wild white girl gimmick.
Wild
white girl gimmick, the most over gimmick in wrestling. But anyways, while we figure that out, this Dynamite was fine. Eddie Kingston's the most over thing in wrestling, I think, in Milwaukee. I think that match between Jamie Hayter and Red Velvet was really botchy and really bad. And I feel so bad because I love Red Velvet and I would love to see her get more of a push. But that moonsault press was really bad. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I don't really want to get into it as much because I don't like hating on women of color. It's just not. Then it's not my cup of tea. Not what I'm into. But I think that the Malachi Black showcase at the end was really awesome. I love everything that we're doing with this character. I think that it's really weird that I can't remember what his name is, but he runs in at the end of the show, and like forces Malachi Black to like leave the ring, which I thought was really weird. I just wanted him to do another Black Mass.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega for the AEW title. I don't see it happening.
Not right now. I don't think so.
That title is on reserve for Hangman. Sarah Logan. That's what it was. Sarah Logan. Thank you.
Yeah. I like Sarah Logan, dude. Where's Sarah Logan been at?
I don't.
No, she's not with WWE anymore, right?
I don't think so. I think she got released like a year or two ago. But Adam Cole for the AEW title in principle or like in theory that sounds awesome. But I don't think that title is going anywhere anytime soon unless it's Hangman Adam Page, because that story's been set up since like day one of AEW, man. That story's been there. Hangman at how long Hangman's reign is, I worry about, because I think that belt's gonna come off of him pretty fast. I think he'll probably have it for like a month or two. I think he'll hold it for the duration of like the build to one pay-per-view.
I don't know, man. I think, like, I believe you. I really do believe you. I think that Hangman is next. But part of me really wants to think that it's not, bro. That I think that like it's probably not gonna be Hangman.
Who do you think it is?
I
There's so many
bro.
options. There's so many white options, unfortunately. which we've talked about. Like,
um,
I love AEW, dude, but we need more like black stars, brown stars. We just need more people who aren't
mhm,
white. Because
yeah,
I mean, living in a world where Andrade El Idolo is in a stable where he's the AEW World Champion and he's got the Lucha Bros as heels as the tag
yeah.
champions behind him. I mean, all that sounds pretty awesome to me, dude.
All right, Kylie. Hell yeah. Hold on. Yo. Hey, Kylie, you can't go back on your word.
Calling Hangman will not be AEW champion. If he does, I will buy you both shots. Well, Raul doesn't drink.
Shot. Oh, I don't drink. I thought you said shirts. I was like,
But
what?
if you do shirts, then I mean we could do shirts. I'd much rather have a shirt than a shot.
Yeah,
Hangman
yeah,
will
yeah.
not be AEW champion. Okay, if you want to make that bet, I need a timeline because
Need a
that's
timeline.
a pretty. I think by the end of
Aiden needs back to
2022,
school. Back to school attire.
I need new back to school attire, guys. You guys are buying all my wrestling shirts with all these bets that I'm making.
Yeah.
I'll call it now. I think by the end of 2022, Hangman Adam Page will be the AEW champion.
Yeah.
I mean, they could wait till 2023 because he's gone because his wife is having a baby, and I don't know how long he'll be gone. I think that his run with the Dark Order is over, given the way that they ended that storyline. It seems like,
I think they're waiting for Bray, bro.
and what they're doing with Evil Uno right now. It seems like they're setting up what I think they're setting up for Bray Wyatt, for him to come in and be the new leader of the Dark Order.
Take that. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Kylie.
All right,
We'll see what's up.
we'll see what happens. The end of
Yeah.
2022, if Hangman Adam Page isn't the AEW champion, I guess we'll have to chip in and buy you a shirt, or I will. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
See what happens. I what's it called? I don't make these bets anymore, man. I lost the first one I made with Aiden, and I'm glad at least the shirt is coming though. Like you got the shirt, so
Yeah, me too, man. I hope it's here by. I don't think it will be, but I hope it's here
oh,
by Sunday, so I can wear it. For
Kobe will make sure that it's not here by Sunday, bro.
yeah, it's not gonna be here by Sunday, unfortunately. But I mean,
Um,
this was an all right Dynamite. Chris Jericho and MJF
yeah,
are gonna have a fourth match. Malachi Black looked great.
yeah, and
Crowd
Chris
sucked.
Jericho is putting his career on the line.
Yep.
Um, well, not well, just AW career. Says that
AEW in ring career.
yep. He says if he can't beat MJF, Chris Jericho will never wrestle another day in AEW. And
It's weird, dude. I don't really know what they're doing with the story. I think it should have ended. I think it should have ended last week when
but
MJF
you
beat him.
know that that's gonna be some big heat and some big notoriety on MJF to say that he's the one who ended what's it called Chris Jericho's career. Like that's huge, bro. That's huge.
I don't know, man. I'm waiting for the match because it's like I feel like the story was already told. This feels like Toy Story 4. You know what I mean? Like we
I
had
watched it.
we had 3 great movies and it ended perfectly. I don't really see a reason to go back, and you guys made a 4th one. And everyone saw the 4th one and went, "Yeah, that was good." But did we need it? I
Do
don't
we
think
need
we're
it
gonna
though?
need this one, guys. We'll see. I think there's a couple matches on this all out card that really don't need to be there, especially this damn QT Marshall, Paul White match. Good lord, I really hope that that's a bait and switch for
Yeah, let me go ahead and
Malachi
just
Black and Cody Rhodes.
pull up the card.
They need to take that off. I have the card pulled up actually. If you want
Okay,
me to
yeah.
just
So
take it
let's
off.
because next week we won't be having High Flyer because we're gonna be doing the
Yeah,
watch
we're gonna
along.
do our
So
watch along. Do you want me
so
to read off the card because I have the whole thing
yeah,
pulled up?
we'll do the card and then we'll go into a Rampage right now.
Yeah, we have next week on AEW All Out for next Sunday. We're gonna have the Women's Casino Battle Royale and the buy-in, which I think Ruby Soho will be making her debut, and I think she'll win the whole damn thing. We have Paul White versus QT Marshall. John Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima, which is going to be pretty awesome.
Ooh,
We
yeah.
got Pac versus Andrade and El Idolo, which I think will be the match of the night. We've got our Chris Jericho versus MJF. If Jericho loses, he'll retire from in-ring competition. Then we have the AEW TNT Championship. We have Miro versus Eddie Kingston. Too bad this match isn't in Milwaukee. We have the AEW World Tag Team Championship. We're gonna have the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros in a steel cage match. We have the AEW Women's World Championship. Dr. Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander. And we have the AEW Championship. Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage, which was initially supposed to be Hangman Adam Page. And then we have CM Punk versus Darby Allen, which will probably be our main event, with Sting at ringside. What a card!
What a card, bro!
It's honestly it's just the Paul White match. I'm in the Jericho match. I'm like, I don't get why we need these.
They feel like really out of place. Telling you, I see him in a long suffering. Maybe 2023 with CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Andrade, Wyatt, and Cole. I don't see him winning it. I see him in the title picture, in the DNT title picture against Miro, and taking it.
Who is this that we're talking about?
Hangman.
Hangman in the TNT title picture. Come on now. They have made it very clear that Hangman is not a TNT. Hangman is a top guy. Hangman is a top guy at AEW.
That's the cowboy, bro.
When I was in Dallas, Texas for that AEW show and Hangman Page came out, crowd went nuts. Because that was in the middle of while they were building up the Kenny Omega and Hangman tag title reign. I got to watch them tag with each other. That was a great match. I'm still happy that I got to go to that show, man. That was such an awesome show. One of the best Dynamites, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But dude, no, man. Hangman's gonna be the one to beat Kenny. It's got to be Hangman, because they've said from day one that this is like a redo of the Kenny Omega what's his name storyline, where at the end of it they want Hangman to be the only guy who's ever gonna where Hangman's the only guy who's gonna kick out of the one wing angel in AEW. So we'll see what happens, man.
We'll see. I'm sure that Tony's thinking about it already. That there's something going on that he's getting ready for. But I don't know.
And they've been so true to their plans, though. But plans change, because like everyone wants to see Bryan Danielson get that belt. Everyone wants to see CM Punk get that belt. I'm sure everyone wants to see Bray Wyatt get the belt. Everyone wants
to just be too fast for any of that.
There's so much going. Like, this is why I get a little trepidatious when they're like, we're adding talent over the next 4 to 6 months. And I'm like, how much talent? Because there's already so many people that like we want to see on top.
Kylie says that Dallas is a bunch of crazy people. They also think the Cowboys Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, man. Listen, I rep Dallas with my whole heart, but I will never in my life be a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
never in my life. I'm not that down bad.
My life sucks pretty bad, but I'll never get down to that road.
I may watch Friday Night SmackDown live, but I'll never be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
SmackDown though, we got the Becky Lynch segment where she comes out, starts cutting a heel promo.
Yeah, man.
Starts talking about how she doesn't care about how she won.
I'll go again. Let's go ahead and finish with Rampage though. Rampage. That crowd was dead. That crowd was dead as hell. That crowd. So you know a lot more about this than me. Do they record these all in one tape, like all in one sitting?
Yeah. So I believe Rampage is supposed to be a live show. Like, it's going to be live Friday nights after the next 3 weeks or something. Because there's something going on with AEW scheduling where they cannot do a live show for the next 3 weeks on Fridays or whatever. So it's the same thing with NXT where Rampage is going to be pre-taped. So all these crowds are having to, when they start a show, they start off with a dark match and then, or a dark match or two, and they do Dynamite, and then they finish it off with another dark match, and then they move on to Rampage. So they're shooting all these shows at the same in the same chunk of time. You know this crowd is tired, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rampage was not out of all 3 Rampages, this was for sure the worst Rampage.
But Aiden, they're not tired enough to pop for Eddie Kingston, bro.
Not tired enough to pop for Eddie Kingston, man. They should have brought Eddie Kingston out in the middle of that Ty Conti Bunny match, and the whole crowd would have just lost it, man. Not the strongest Rampage.
No, this one was really weird. I love the Jungle Express and Lucha Bros match, but that crowd that's a top tier match, and that crowd just made it absolutely shit, bro.
Like the matches that AEW puts on television, and then it's just like, damn, just a waste on a burnt out crowd. And they were the best match of the night, and they did it at the beginning too, which kind of ruined it. I feel like this match should have started with that Kenny Omega, Brandon Cutler, Christian Cage match. Like I don't know, man. I get what they were doing, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
Compared to what they did on Dynamite, you had a lot more highs for Dynamite than you had for this one. Because like I love what they did with Malachi on Dynamite, and then you have here, and it's like it just doesn't. This one just felt really, really, really weak.
It feels like we're buying time until All Out comes out. I feel like that's where we're at with AEW. I feel like now we're having so many plans get thrown around so fast because WWE is dropping all these people, and now I know AEW. I know that they're probably thinking, "Hey, we've got plans for these guys that we want to use, so now we got to shift everything around." And it's just like, I think we need to sit down for a sec. We need to go, okay, we have CM Punk now. CM Punk is going to sell tickets for us. He's going to do everything that we need. He's that boost. He's that kick in the ass that we need to get this company to the next level. We just need to take a breath and think about what our plans are to get to that next level now. Because you got to keep these people. Like, that's where AEW is now. You've got all these new eyes watching you because of CM Punk. You got to keep these people, man. And if you keep putting out shows like this, I mean, I think it's better than what the content that they're putting on WWE. But I think that you really need to, like, harken back to those early Dynamite days. Because that first year of Dynamite was incredible. But we'll see what happens.
Kylie wants Britt Baker to hold the AEW Championship and the AEW Women's Championship.
Hey, let's slow down now. I don't know about all that, especially because Tony Khan has talked multiple times about he's not into doing intergender matches.
Yeah,
like that is a big no in Tony Khan.
That is a real fast way to lose sponsors, bro.
Yeah, that's a big no in Tony Khan land. They did one dark match on AEW on the Jericho Cruise where it was Kenny Omega and Riho versus Kip Sabian and Penelope, which is a great match that I recommend you guys go check out on AEW Dark. But the footage for it is trash because it's all just cell phone footage that was captured from the crowd because Tony Khan did not want this match to happen. So that proves to you that we will not be seeing China's. We will not be seeing a China situation happen in AEW, man.
It sucks, but I understand, Tony. That is how you lose sponsorship dollars and ad revenue real quick.
A company that could one day end up going public the way WWE is, that is not something that they want to get into.
Yeah.
Which I really hope that they never go public.
Just leave that to the Ring of Honors and the and the what's it called,
New Japan
and the Impact.
Just leave it to them, man. Leave it to them.
Yeah. They ain't gotta worry much about it. But yeah, dude, and so of course I like that match, the tag match, and Christian Cage and Frankie Kazarian versus Kenny Omega and Brandon Cutler was okay. I think we're really pretty much just at the end of it where we're like, okay, let's just get ready for All Out, man. We're ready. Like, it's just like the build up is good.
Yeah.
I want to see what's gonna. I know Kenny's gonna win, bro. Kenny's gonna win.
Kenny's gonna win. They gave Christian Cage a nice win on the first Rampage when he got the Impact title. I think that was enough. Right? No, it's not title versus title. It's just for the AEW. It's just for the AEW championship. Which, I think it'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. Kenny Omega is my favorite wrestler. I've got so many of my favorite wrestlers in the world on one card. Like, it's wild. Like, Kenny Omega is my favorite wrestler. CM Punk's my second favorite wrestler. We've got Sting on this card. I don't know if he's going to do anything, but at least he's there. We've got Darby Allen.
Down, please.
Andrade. Like, this is crazy. If Malachi Black is there, I mean, man, we got we got some matches coming up, guys. Like this is great. This is crazy. What a good time to be alive,
Kylie,
man.
I know you would love that, but Twitch would not love
Woo.
that. If Christian wins, everyone does the show naked. Sure, all right. No, we're not on myfreecams.com. We're on twitch.tv. That's all how it works here. And what happened to your camera? Ooh. Looks like Aiden is dealing with some technical difficulties. So yeah. Um no, Kylie, this cannot happen here. On twitch.tv. No. We will get banned quicker than you can ever imagine. Okay, you back?
Here,
Yeah, you sound kind of low though.
still with us?
You sound kind of
Can you
low.
hear me?
Check. Yeah, check if your it's called mic is check your input and your output. Oh, okay, that's great. Oh, never mind. What's it called? I gotta wait for him to come back now.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting undressed.
I guess he's getting undressed.
I just know Christian Cage is gonna win it all out. Sorry, my outlet is giving me all types of problems. But
Nah,
I'm
you're
back.
good,
I'm
bro.
back. My computer's back
Good.
on. We're good.
Yeah. Kylie is not a big fan of Aquaman because Jason Momoa wasn't naked in that movie. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I
Yeah.
remember.
But yeah, man, I hope Rampage is better next week. Also, this is something that I wanted to finally talk about because we were like, okay, they were they were advertising that CM Punk and Darby Allen were going to meet,
Yeah.
and all we got was a video package.
Yeah, that they shouldn't have done that, dude. They started promoting it like an hour before the show went on. That like we're gonna see CM Punk and Darby Allen face to face tonight, and all it was just like a little like vignette video package, and it
Yeah.
only included like half a second of new footage of like CM Punk sitting in like a backstage area, but it was like already a line that we've already heard, so it wasn't that cool. I don't get it, dude. I don't know why they did that. I honestly, and I think that we should have just cut it out of the show and given a little bit more time to that Lucha Bros Jurassic Express match. That's what
Oh
I would
yeah.
have done. We didn't even need to see this. We didn't need to see this promo video. They could have
All
put
the
this on that
hype,
road to all out shit that they do.
all the hype you want for this match was there the moment that CM Punk stepped into the building.
Yeah, we didn't care who he was going to challenge. He could have challenged anyone, and we would have been excited for it. How excited it would have been different, but we would have been excited regardless. You could tell me
But
he's
yeah.
facing Brandon Cutler, and I'm like, all right,
All right, sick.
dope. CM Punk versus QT Marshall, awesome.
Awesome. Rampage screams Sunday Night Heat to me. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Kylie?
I mean, I like Rampage so far. I think that Friday night's a pretty awesome lineup with
Yeah.
SmackDown, which is actually a pretty solid show, which was a pretty solid show this week too.
Yeah.
With the Becky Lynch thing where she comes out and she's starting to cut a heel promo, and then we got Bianca who came out and challenged her to a match since Becky challenged her to a match at SummerSlam. Bianca, awesome pop, talks about how she got beat in 26 seconds, how she's not letting that history get erased. Then we get Zelina Vega who comes out and Carmella who come out who've been losing for months on SmackDown, and then get interrupted by Liv Morgan who gets another awesome pop and who has been winning and comes out and is like, "Why do you guys get a title shot when you guys lose every single week? Doesn't make any sense." Which
Kale, like, would you agree with Michael?
yeah, would you agree with that? Would you agree? Would you? I think she makes a good point. Kevin Owens is great on commentary this whole time. But Becky Lynch basically leaves and kind of does the heel thing where she's like, "Nah, you're not getting a title match tonight." But we have a elimination match for the number one contender, which ultimately boils down to Bianca and Liv, who had a pretty good showcase.
That was a good match. I like that Fatal
Yeah.
4-Way elimination match. It was good. Bianca and Liv kill it. They kill it.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it
I
sucks
said
to me that they
it.
don't
That should
do
be
it.
a Mania moment, like Liv and Bianca together.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see that.
I would have loved to have seen Bianca and Liv go at it when Bianca had the title, bro. But like, this company doesn't understand what they've got with Liv, bro. Like, Liv is over, bro. Liv
And
has been over.
I'm so sorry. Like I love Alexa Bliss. I do not like the character work that she's doing right now. Oh, I think it's good character work. I'm not interested in the character. I'll put it that
No.
way. But I think Liv should have been the one in that spot. I don't think
Oh
that
yeah.
gimmick should have gone to Alexa Bliss, to be honest with you guys. I know Alexa Bliss is and Liv are like the two like Harley Quinn girls at WWE. Like they both love Harley Quinn. They love that like aesthetic and that vibe. But I think that Alexa Bliss totally could have done like a Harley Quinn thing on her own without having to do this weird supernatural gimmick. And I think that the weird supernatural gimmick would have worked perfectly for Liv Morgan. I
I'm
don't know,
just
man.
I'm just waiting for. I want the goddess to be back. I love Alexa
The
Bliss when she's
goddess,
the
Alexa
goddess. Yeah,
Bliss.
yeah,
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 we'll see, man.
yeah. Because this gimmick, because
I hope that this isn't what she ends her career with. You know what I mean?
please God no.
Like I hope that this isn't her final gimmick. It's like Surfer Sting, man. It's like is it Alexa Bliss the goddess is Surfer Sting, and we may never get it again, and I'll be super bummed if that happens.
Yeah.
Um,
It's called. I think to me it's a recap with couple matches, but nothing great. I think Dynamite will be the show that major things happen. Yeah, I think
mm,
I think we're gonna see different approach to it once it goes live.
I don't know, man. I mean, I gotta disagree a little bit because like that first match on the first Rampage was a great title match between Kenny Omega and Christian Cage, where we saw Christian Cage get the Impact title. Then we had that Fuego del Sol match with Miro, where Fuego del Sol got signed to AEW and was a great moment. Um,
Punk.
can't remember what that card ended on though, which I guess that's a detractor. Then we had the second episode with CM Punk, which was a great debut. Then we had this third episode with that really good Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express match. So I don't know. I think there's good stuff on it so far. It's also just an
Yeah.
hour long show. It's not 2 hours, so there's not enough. There's not as much to talk about.
Yeah. Also, I just like I said, what's it called? I think it'll be different when it's live because the crowds
Yeah,
aren't gonna be dead tired. But I like SmackDown was good. I've expressed already at this point how I feel about the Baron Corbin gimmick. I fucking hate that gimmick.
yeah,
Corbin is playing it like great, but I fucking hate it.
yeah. It's
Um,
pretty stupid, man.
yeah, he's trying to buy off the Money in the Bank case
Yeah. Now,
from
now he's
AEW.
happy Corbin. He's
Yeah,
trying to buy the Money in the Bank because he went to Vegas on TikTok
yeah,
and got rich.
yeah. But at the end, we had a. I love how they're setting this up. Of course, Heyman goes to Roman Reigns' dressing room. When I just was yeah dressing room, wants to go and talk to them about but what's gonna happen with this family celebration? And the door's locked. The Usos come out. They're like, "Hey, man, what's called Roman? Who's in here?" And they talk to what's it called to Heyman. They're like, "Hey, what's going on, man? We need to know where your loyalty is standing because Brock is back, and we don't know what's gonna happen." And blah blah blah. Right? And
Yep.
I like that. And Heyman's kind of like, "Guys, my loyalty is with the tribal chief. Um, I am what's it called? Completely loyal to him. I do believe that Heyman's gonna stay with Roman.
I hope so. I like Heyman with Roman.
Because Roman fears Heyman.
Yeah.
I mean, Heyman fears
Heyman fears
Roman.
Roman. Yeah.
Like serious. Like, and when they're behind the curtain before they go, and he what's it called? And he gives Roman the title, and Roman what's it called gives it back to him. And he's like, why did you do that? Why did you give me that?
Yeah.
You see the fear in Heyman's eyes, like, okay, I'm about to get what's it called?
Yeah. I'm about to get destroyed, man.
Yeah. And then he tells him, "Wise man, you are family." And Heyman, you can see like the biggest sigh of relief on Heyman, bro. Like,
So good. Heyman is so good, man.
yeah. And I really like what they're doing here, man. And I like that what's it called? They um first of all, yeah, that bloodline shirt is fucking dope, Kylie. Yeah, super
I gotta
dope,
I gotta
bro.
get that bloodline shirt, man.
Yeah, bro. I
All
just
my
I
wrestling
hate
shirts are basically my workout shirts, and like I want to get Roman Reigns ripped one day and just like wear it as tight and just be like.
yeah.
But for
I
right now,
like
I got my boobies, so we
yeah.
can't do all that.
I love they walked out, of course. What's it called? They go out there, and I love that Roman looks like he's gonna say something, and once again that look of y'all ain't worth my time. Here,
Mm-hmm.
give it to fucking Heyman. Heyman's like the tribal chief would love is giving you the opportunity today to acknowledge him, and he's like and introducing your undisputed tag champions, the Usos, right? And then Roman is like brings him over to his ear. Like I love this idea of like Roman is still like, yes, this is all for the family, but don't forget about who's the big dog of the family.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's like me first, and then you
tell him what I
guys.
did. Yeah, tell him what I did to Cena. And of course, the Finn Balor comes out and
Yeah.
and he says that he is done being screwed out because he got screwed over by Cena for his match at SummerSlam. He is not going to wait in line. So he does not want to wait for Extreme Rules. He wants a match next week on SmackDown. And before
On
Roman
SmackDown. That's how he
SmackDown,
said. I challenge you next week on SmackDown. And then he throws the microphone at his
yeah,
chest.
before Roman can even get a word in, he throws a microphone in the chest of Roman and attacks Roman. Roman gets out. The Street Profits come out, attack the Usos, and then Jimmy Uso just gets a beatdown from Roman and the Street Profits, and Finn Balor and the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Um, I'm excited. I want to see I think that match is gonna be good. Roman has always worked really well with like those like smaller like what's called fast paced wrestling guys. Like his matches with AJ were amazing.
Yeah.
I love those matches, and I
Yeah.
think he's gonna have a good match with Baylor. I I'm still thinking that the Brock Lesnar match is gonna happen at Crown Jewel,
Yeah. I
and
think I
maybe
think so
we
too. There was something I saw this morning, and I'll let you keep talking because I don't know for sure, but there was something about how like Brock Lesnar plans at WWE have changed, and I don't know if that's like an ongoing story or whatnot, because it is Sunday morning, so anything could change. But I don't. I'm with you. I think Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are going to go at it at Crown Jewel for the Saudi
yeah.
Arabia money.
Yep, yeah, that's Saudi money, baby. So I think that Finn Balor and Roman are gonna happen at Extreme Rules. They'll probably do it again at Extreme Rules. I'm not sure, but I feel that Roman and Brock is gonna happen at Crown Jewel. Um,
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that Finn Balor is a good opponent
oh
for
yeah,
for Roman Reigns, because it's like Roman Reigns has already been through the locker room.
yeah,
And this is another thing I want to talk about on SmackDown. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this weird Seth Rollins thing, where he's like, Edge cuts this promo and he's like, and I've learned from you, Seth, and I'm gonna and now I'm gonna go change or whatever, and like now I'm after the title. Now I need to do what I'm here for, and I'm here for the title. And then I
mhm,
guess we're gonna get Edge versus Roman Reigns again at some point. Yikes! And then it cuts to Seth Rollins, and he's like, and I can learn from you too, Edge. I need to be a little bit more like you. And then he like smiles creepily at the camera. I don't really get it because I think Seth Rollins is already a character that's kind of like Edge. So
yeah.
I don't really.
But has he taken it to the level that Edge has? Like that that beat up Cena's dad, that Edge that what's it like? To me, my mind immediately goes to him going to us doing like a house segment, him knocking on that door, entering, beating down on Beth Phoenix and what's it called?
Man,
And like his daughter, bro. Like going like
you
I
want him to like go all out.
go all out, bro.
But the
Like
thing is, I'm done with Edge and Rollins. Like they had a really good match at SummerSlam, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like can we pair like someone who actually needs development at WWE with Edge to like build up a new star, the way AEW does because they're smart.
yeah. I'll never watch a Crown Jewel show due to
Yeah.
what happened to the match wrestlers, how it was handled. Yeah, yeah.
I can
If
guarantee you this right now, there will not be a Crown Jewel watch
no,
along.
will I watch it? Well, I mean, depending on the card,
I like
honestly.
to get really drunk and watch the Crown Jewel shows. That is a really fun thing to do. Get extremely drunk or get a joint and get really fucked up and watch the Crown Jewel
Yeah,
shows. You'll have a good
yeah.
time. Tyson Fury versus what was it? Tyson Fury
Braun,
versus Braun Strowman
yeah,
at
Braun,
Crown Jewel is like one of the worst wrestling matches I've ever seen in my entire life.
yeah.
Like I I can't even believe that stuck in my head. That I remember that.
Kane
I
and
only remember.
Brock.
Oh Lord, I only remember it because I was so excited. That was the year that I really got into the Fiend because I was like, yeah, I want the Fiend to be the champ. I mean, I wanted him to beat him at Hell in a Cell, and they waited till fucking Crown Jewel, and it was like one of the worst matches I've seen. Ridiculous.
Yep. That finish in Hell Cell. It's like going up to heaven and seeing Jesus sniff heroin out the bag.
Yikes, man.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm
I guess
excited
that's
for
it.
next week.
Yeah.
I think we've got ourselves quite the rumblings. You know, will Adam Cole come out? We don't fucking know, man. And when that's gonna happen, I don't know. And I think the world of wrestling has been put on its on notice, and hopefully soon we get a fucking decent Raw, please.
Yeah. I'm Yeah, no. I mean, I'm looking forward to next week, man. I think
Mhm.
we'll do. I think next week on our pay-per-view show, we should do like a little small recap of like what happened in the week. Nothing nearly as
Yeah,
long
we
as
usually
the
have
week.
like a good 40 minutes before the actual event starts when we're live on air. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah,
um,
man, it was a pretty solid week in wrestling. A
yeah,
lot happened, dude. And we're
yeah,
getting bored. That I mean, honestly, it's like it really is to the point now where it's like we need this show because there's so much wrestling news happening like every single day now,
yeah.
man. For a while there was nothing. It was just like
That was pretty silent, bro.
rinse and repeat matches because COVID you couldn't do anything, But like now that whether we should be opening up or not is a different conversation. But the reality is that people are opening up more in the world, and we're seeing live wrestling happening, and it's allowing these companies to make a lot of big changes. So
Hmm.
I'm glad we get to do this show here today.
But of course, we want to thank everybody for stopping by. Kylie, you were in chat chatting with us. Thank you for being on YouTube with us and chatting with us. Of course, High Fly Radio does simultaneously cast on both YouTube and on Twitch. So if you don't have a Twitch, you can find us on YouTube, and if you don't have a YouTube, you can find us on Twitch. We thank you all so much for always being here and sticking with us. I will be live later on tonight with the Nerdcore live show. I don't know what we're talking about yet, but I'm going to be on there with y'all. And I'm going to actually go watch Candyman in a few. So I'm
Ooh,
going to go ahead and do
I'm
that.
jealous.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to go see it. I want to go
Man,
see
I really,
what's
I
up.
really wish I was supposed to be off today. I really wish that I was off today. Still, I probably
Yeah.
would have gone to go check it out. I need to go check that out. And
Mm.
Free Guy.
Hey, man. But at least you got next week off, right?
Yeah, I got next Saturday and I got next Sunday off. So, I'm gonna go see Shang-Chi next week, and
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday I'm gonna spend it with you guys here watching that All Out pay-per-view, having a good time.
Yeah, of course. As Kylie says, don't have a good day. Have a great day.
There you go.
And as always, Aiden, where can you find you, bro?
Find me anywhere and everywhere at Cossack KOSSICK.
Yeah, I made the wrong. I put the wrong at on the
Oh, you're good,
nerd
man.
or
It
one.
happens, dude.
I put three S's. I thought it was three S's, bro. But
Oh no, man,
yeah,
you're
I'm gonna
good,
fix
man.
that on my stream deck. But
You'll fix it.
yeah. And of course, we'll be live again next. We'll be live next week for our All Out show on Sunday, right? Or
Yes,
is it
sir.
Saturday? Okay, it's
Sunday.
Sunday. And of course, you can find me at the Nerd Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter. On YouTube as Raul Alejandro Mendoza. I'm having a new video up next week. Um, it's gonna be great. It's great photography content if you want to go see it. And yeah, you can find me here and everything. But of course, if you do want to help the Nerdcore, you can always go to patreon.com/nerdcore. We have a $2 tier Patreon mini going up next week on Monday. And then, of
That's a
course,
McChicken at McDonald's, guys. You can
come on,
afford that. That's
$2
less
a
than
month.
a McChicken at McDonald's. It's
I'll
$2.
say for $2 a month, you get a little good
A
stuff. First of all,
lot of content.
yeah, you get first of all, you get episodes like you get the Saturday morning review early before anybody else gets it. Um and of course you also get what's it called movie commentaries every month.
Yep.
We have one that goes up per month, and then of course if you're on the $2 tier, you're going to get that mini pod.
Yep.
So it's a good amount of content, y'all. So go
Check
and
it
check
out.
it out if you want to go help the network grow. Patreon.com/nerdcore. And of course, as always, it's been
For
a wonderful
$2 a
time.
month, you can see me watch Crown Jewel naked.
That was we're not an 18 plus account. Is there a streaming service? No, sadly, that's what AEW needs to do soon.
They need to do something with HBO Max. I've been screaming this from the beginning. This is a whole other rant I could go on. We've got what's going on? TNT. It's owned by Warner. Why isn't AEW getting uploaded weekly to HBO Max? All the pay-per-views should. After a year, all the pay-per-views should go on there. I don't get it. Anyways.
Yeah, but that's another question for another day. But as always, hope you all have a wonderful time. And this has been High Flyer Radio. Don't tap out.
Tune in.